The source of an E. coli outbreak that has claimed the lives of 29 people has finally been determined. Investigators say that German-grown bean sprouts are to blame. This farm in Lower Saxony is suspected of being a possible source of the affected sprouts. It's been shut down during the investigation. Head of Germany's National Disease Control Centre, Reinhard Berger, held a news conference in Berlin to make the announcement.
It's possible to narrow it down. It's the sprouts. However, it's not yet been possible to detect the pathogen on this food product.
After nearly 3,000 people contracted the infection, fear spread across Europe, sending the sales of all salad items plummeting. It was initially thought that the source was cucumbers, leaving piles of the vegetable in warehouses to be destroyed. To the relief of farmers who have suffered massive losses, a warning against eating tomatoes, lettuce and cucumbers has been lifted.
At first it was thought that the source of the infection was in Spain, which resulted in a temporary agricultural ban of all Spanish agricultural produce. This, of course, resulted in both an economic and a public relations image disaster for Spain and its agricultural industry. Hi, I'm Ilan Levy. I manage a large orchard in Israel. At the moment, we're standing in a large persimmon orchard, which for the most part is managed and serviced by a centralized risk and control management system. This is a revolutionary method of working in comparison to the past. The calamity in Germany, claiming the lives of several people, having consumed infected and contaminated agricultural produce, served to highlight again the urgent need for improved control and supervision over agricultural data and information along with the entire agricultural supply chain and processes. It is quite clear that the German authorities in this case have rushed in without due caution. The software instructs you to act in accordance with the standards. All the standards are compiled within a growth protocol document. Each crop has its own growth protocol. The control system guides the farmer to perform his farming activities according to those standards. It would have been possible to drastically improve real-time tracking of the infected crop fields, to identify in real time the contaminating cause of the infected crop, at which stage of the process it was infected. Is it the seed, the seedling, plantation farm, or perhaps from the supermarket? This device in my hand enables me to track pests that damage the persimmon crops, which are very sensitive to a number of pests. To neutralize the pests, I come to the site, identify the exact location of the pests, and enter my findings into my cell phone screen. I specify the name of the pest, sending a picture which describes the pest and the level of effectiveness with a push of one button. The location data of the pest is submitted directly to the control center. Based on the information in the large data knowledge base, which already exists within the system is able to recommend preventive treatments against that specific pest, offering me and my fellow farmers the best recommended treatment and methodology against the identified pest in the persimmon orchard. On the one hand, we've decreased agricultural water usage, and on the other hand, we've increased the yields. We increased the crop yield.
Unique to Israel is a complete database of the genetic line of all the cattle in the country, so that inbreeding and diseases are eliminated.
Israel's control and management system, which is used by the Cattle Ranchers Association and the Dairy Council, enables the improvement of the cow species in Israel and the improvement of the quality and quantity of milk. This is all achieved through the collection of data into one central system from each and every dairy to the National Laboratory for Milk Supervision and throughout the entire system. Israel currently holds the world's record for milk yield per cow. It's an average of about 12,000 liters of milk per cow. Undoubtedly an incredible achievement. Even more astonishing is the fact that there is a cow in Israel holding the world's record for an individual cow. The world champion with a record of 23,000 liters from one cow.
I think we have to constantly be vigilant, and I think we have to constantly look for ways to improve food safety, and that requires us to make sure that we're testing for the right things.
But testing for this mutant strain hasn't been done in the U.S., and the exact source is still unknown by scientists in Europe, though cucumbers, tomatoes, and leafy lettuce are suspect.
Had they been using agriculture risk management and control systems, previously it would have been possible to identify the source of the contamination in its early stages, state as well as the cultivating farm involved, and have it been stopped just on time, and then, in this instance, have Spain vindicated, spared it the huge economic and reputational damages, while preventing the unjustified agricultural ban imposed on Spain.